On the left side of my table, you'll see a lot of these pages that I've been writing on. They're leftovers from a training exercise I had to do inside of a federal prison where I was working with staff members to help them really understand the value of supporting programs like Preparing for Success After Prison. That's the course we created in furtherance of the First Step Act. It's really part of a long tail strategy to show why we need more incentives, why we need more reforms to both legislative policies, which requires, of course, an act of Congress, but also policy reforms that the Bureau of Prisons can do that will allow staff members to incentivize a pursuit of excellence. It's something I'm super passionate about, and it's something I work on every single day because, I really believe that the best people to have insight on whether somebody is worthy of relief is really the staff members in the Bureau of Prisons, because a federal judge doesn't ever get to know you, right? The federal judge, all he really knows is what the probation officer put in front of him in the PSR, or what a prosecutor may have said at the worst time of your life, or what a defense attorney said, or even how a person advocated for himself before sentencing. All of those are very important. But as a person spends time in prison, a judge is very much disconnected from what goes on. And yet a judge is the ultimate decision maker on whether somebody is developed an extraordinary and compelling plan that can result in an earlier release date, at least through compassionate release. So I'm advocating that instead of having a federal judge who's super busy and has a lot of things on his plate and isn't always thinking about somebody who doesn't have a constituency, like somebody in prison, they don't really know if a person has changed. But staff members, on the other hand, could. This is a very heavy, long-tail process. It's something I work on every day. It is the reason that we launched prisonprofessorstalent.com, and it's the reason I work at this 7 days a week. And I'll get into that on the other side of today's journal entry. But of course, all these journal entries are also a part of this movement, this campaign, this commitment, this ministry that my wife and I are on to try and improve outcomes for all people going through the criminal justice system, regardless of what stage they're in. Let me read today's journal, and then I'll kind of walk you through some of the strategies that I'm doing daily. So this is the journal from today, July 24th, 2023. While running yesterday, I listened to lyrics from a song I liked. The song was called Me Olvidé de Vivir. My Spanish isn't very good, but it's a Spanish song by Julio Iglesias. Now, I rarely listen to Spanish music because I am not fluent, but the song reminded me of the time before my arrest in the mid-1980s when I lived in Miami. When I finished my run, I looked up the lyrics. The title translates to I Forgot to Live. People close to me tell me that the phrase applies to what I have been doing since I completed my sentence. They say I forgot how to live. Well, next month, on August the 12th, 2023, Carol and I will celebrate 10 years of liberty since I completed my obligation to the Bureau of Prisons. Yet every day, my head remains in the space of prison. A person cannot serve 26 years inside and not have lasting influences. Before getting out, I wrote Earning Freedom, Conquering a 45-Year Prison Term. I wanted to encourage changes in law and policy. Rather than measuring justice by turning calendar pages, I advocated for reforms. If people could earn higher levels of liberty through merit, we would lower recidivism rates and open opportunities for more people to succeed. When I began those advocacy campaigns, people did not believe laws would change. Since then, Congress passed the First Step Act. That law helped, but as people in prison know, we have a lot more progress to make. For that reason, I continue working every day. Some people speculate that on account of my serving so much time in prison, I forgot how to live. Well, they would be correct if living means how I spent my time before going to prison. But of course, I've aged. I started serving my sentence when I was 23. I got out when I was 49, and I am now 59. My interests from the 1980s have changed. I may listen to music while running, but I am also thinking about new strategies I can implement to advance reforms that will allow more people to earn freedom. Similarly, people in prison should always think about what they're doing to work towards success as they define success. What steps can you take to work towards success at higher levels? Sometimes we have to take many steps, and the steps we take today put us in a position to seize new opportunities. For example, in August, I'll travel to Philadelphia. I'll attend a conference of the American Correctional Association. With airline tickets, hotels, meals, and consultants, this trip will likely cost more than $5,000. For a small company like mine, investing $5,000 to attend a conference for prison officials is a big step, especially when there isn't any sale associated with the travel. But if I don't take the additional steps of creating assets, I will not get the same impact. With our new platform, Prison Professors Talent, I'll have a new asset that I can use. It will allow me to show the number of people who are working to build extraordinary and compelling adjustment strategies. I hope to use this asset in arguments I make for more incentives. Will you become a part of this initiative? Because we cannot succeed in persuading legislators to change laws if we do not build stronger coalitions. We need administrators to support the changes, and we need to collect data showing that people inside are working to prepare for success upon release. Later today, we'll send a PDF to people in our community. The PDF will show images of the new platform. We are developing our platform daily, but we need people in prison to do their part. They should flesh out their profiles. They should write bios, journal entries, and book reports, and show how they evolve release plans. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Our community at prisonprofessorstalent.com opens opportunities to memorialize your preparations. If you'd like to publish your profile, email our team, interns@prisonprofessorstalent.com. Now, I'm going to give our address for people in prison because they may need it to write to us, but we are a virtual company, and I just want you to be aware of that this is all part of an initiative that our small nonprofit is launching to help people. So if you need the address, it's Prison Professors Charitable Corporation, 32565 Golden Lantern Street, Box B-1019 in sunny Dana Point, California, 92629. The phone number is 818-237-3460. Now, I can try and open some other windows on my tab while I'm sitting here talking to you to kind of show you what I'm talking about, the American Correct. In fact, I'll share my screen just so you can kind of see it in real time. I'll share the screen right here. Good. American Correctional Association. I'm going into Google. There's their platform site. This may be too big for me to profile, so I'm going to have to shrink the screen, which is fine. There it is. This is the website for this conference, I think, and this is their planning guide. So you'll see that there's going to be here. This is like the main industry for the main industry group for all prisons, and really prisons, but I think it's prisons and jails and leadership around the country. And you'll see that's what like the exhibition room looks like. If you want to see, they have these speakers. I've spoken in these kinds of conferences, not this one, but these kinds of conferences where correctional administrators are, and it's kind of the way that we work to advocate and bring change. But I need bigger changes. I need to persuade very cynical people that we can do better with American corrections if we incentivize a pursuit of excellence. But I can't do it by myself. I need people in prison who are showing how hard they're working, and the way they do that is through this site. This is the site that we've created to profile people. And now, these are all people, but incidentally, who served multiple life sentences, but they're now home. Now we've got these new changes to our site where we are profiling people, and this is all brand new. It's beta. We don't have enough people sending us profiles, but we will feature them here on the homepage of this site. These are featured students, and this is going to be a data-driven project that is going to be assessed by how many contributions people make. And we have a lot of ways that we're developing this project. I am just asking people in prison to be a part of the solution. And the way you become a part of the solution is by really memorializing how you're different, what's growing in your life, in what ways are you preparing for success. If I can profile that information in a data, in both in images, but also in words and also in numbers, I believe I can persuade more people to support these changes. In fact, we recently came up with this section here on the site, which is our impact page, and I'm going to try and show it to you right here. Some of our impact, and see our impact. Is this it here? Yeah, this is our impact page. That's kind of cool, right? Because it's showing, like right now we have 171 profiles that we've built. We're building more all the time. You can kind of see how it's growing. We just launched this in July, and we already have 170 people. We have people making journal entries. You'll be able to see how many books we've donated to people. You can see the dollar amount that we're donating, the amount that we're donating to institutions to match institutional orders, and just the total work that we're doing. But we're doing work every day. We just need more people to realize, hey, you're a part of this. You're going to get, I'm done with prison, right? I may have forgotten how to live outside, but I'm still very much immersed in this, even though almost 10 years have passed since I completed my obligation to the Bureau of Prisons. I want you to begin sowing seeds. So later today, we'll be sending a PDF into members of our community to because they don't have access to the internet. So you'll get access to this video, but I'm making this video on July 24th, and this video may not be shown in your institution for another month. So I just want you to see all the work that we're doing. I want you to be a part of it. We can't succeed in advocating for changing laws unless we persuade administrators on the value of earning freedom. In order to persuade administrators, we need to show how many people in prison are really working on this. And then together, we can take that information to legislators and advocate for bigger changes to help more people. That's how I define success, is by really trying to make a bigger impact on society and improving outcomes for everybody in the criminal justice system. I never ask anybody to do anything I didn't do. These are the strategies that work for me. That's why I feel so passionately about sharing them with you. We really just want to be the change that we want to see in the world. And I just want to say, my name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and I believe in you. Thanks.